guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or not first impressions review on the Tatcha the Pearl Under Lighten Eye Treatment. I'm super excited about this. You guys know that I've been obsessed with Tatcha's Silk Canvas Primer, and now they just came out with this eye treatment, which sounded super interesting to me, so I was like, let me go ahead and snatch this up. Now I quickly want to address the elephant in my room. Yes, I did do my full-blown blonde right now. My hairdresser is actually going to be on maternity leave for a few months, so I was like, you know what, let's just go all the way up, so by the time you come back it'll be like down to here or so, and we can go ahead and just work our magic again. But I'm really excited about this hair. I really like it. I think it's so different and it's cool, and I feel like it kind of like, it's different. Like, I want to experiment right now while I can, while I'm young. Not that I can't experiment when I'm older, but I don't know, I feel like right now I'm feeling it. So I'm definitely gonna do some other things to my hair in the next few months, and I think maybe in the fall/winter I may go back to just my dark hair. So I really wanted to experiment as much as possible because it takes forever to get to this point. Like, it really took me about a year to get here. If you want to do it the healthy way, which of course I wanted to do it the healthy way, which is why it took so long to get here, but I'm really excited. So this is more of a light makeup look because I am using this. I really quickly want to say I'm only wearing the It Cosmetics Tinted Moisturizer right now. I'm wearing very little of it. I did a little bit of nose contour, highlight, and then of course my brows and some mascara and lipstick, just so that I'm not like wearing too much, because this isn't a too much product. Now, the whole situation with this new product is that it's kind of like a tint for your under eyes to kind of even out those dark circles. There's only 3 shades. So there is SOFTLIGHT, which is the one that I'm currently using right now. And then there's a lighter one, which is Moonlight. And then there's a darker one, which is Candlelight. So this is what it looks like right here. It kind of looks like those like Pokemon balls. It has 0.4 ounces. So it's really interesting. This is the first time that I have seen something like this. I'm sure there's many other products like this, but I just don't pay attention a lot to eye treatments as much as I probably should. And then we're gonna go ahead and open it, and then the inside it looks like that. So you can see that it kind of matches along the lines of my complexion. So I'm probably gonna be using what's in the cap. So this part right here. So let's read a little bit more. This does retail for $48, so it is a pricey product. I actually picked up this product during the Sephora sale because I had my 15% off. But it's supposed to be a tinted treatment that awakens eyes with a pearl-like luster, hydrates, and reduces the look of dark circles and wrinkles instantly and over time. It's supposed to be a 2-in-1 makeup and treatment formula. Breaks upon application to deliver both refreshing moisture and natural coverage for a healthy, well-rested look all day. So that's what it looks like. This is the medium colored one, the one in the middle. And we're gonna take our KKW Beauty brush because I don't just wanna dip my finger in there, and I'm gonna just dip a little bit of the product and put some on my under eye. We're just gonna disperse the product out. You can see that there's some darkness on the under eye. So I definitely feel like it is giving me that like lighter look. I feel like it did brighten a little bit. Now I do have to say, I feel like this one may be a little too light for my taste, but the dark one is a little bit too dark. Now this is also supposed to be one of those products that you can wear when you are like not even wearing any type of foundation or tinted moisturizer. Like I mentioned, I am wearing a tinted moisturizer. I have on the It Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation, and I feel like this is working well with it. It's blending out really nicely, as you can see, and I feel like it does brighten my under eye, and I really appreciate that it hydrates my skin. So while it's, you know, covering that darkness, it's also hydrating it and it's making it plump. So it's reducing the appearance of those fine lines, which is always a plus for me. So I just am using the KKW Beauty concealer brush. I really like this brush. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I personally feel like it's super great, so I have been into it. Now as you blend it in, you start to see how it starts to look way better with the skin, and I feel like at first, when I first started blending it, I was like, whoa, this is gonna be way too light, but I feel like now it looks really nice. It looks super healthy on the skin. I feel like sometimes The issue is that it can look really, really dark, but this looks really healthy. So now I'm gonna do this side. And I'm sure you can also use your fingers, which is what I'm gonna do. So like I applied, you need very little product. It says here a rice grain amount of treatment on each eye. You apply it like a moisturizer, so you can, it doesn't tell you specifically whether you need to use a brush, a sponge, or whatever. Some people like to use their fingers. I feel like when I use my finger, you start to see some of the product kind of come off. And I feel like as I used my ring finger, I feel like it really kind of absorbed right into my skin. So I would say, if you want more coverage, I wouldn't press down with your finger. I would probably use a brush, which is a little bit lighter than just going in full force with your finger. So I would use something a little bit more fluffy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more product on this side, because you can definitely see that as I used my finger, it didn't give me the type of coverage that I would want on this side. Now, I'm not looking for that like full-blown, full concealer effect. I'm looking for something really subtle, which is I think what I'm seeing here right now. It's a very subtle finish, but I'm gonna take a little bit more. And I'm just going to apply it there and slowly blend it out. I'm gonna be very, very soft with the brush. You don't wanna be really harsh, because I feel like the harsher you are with the brush, the more it's going to just rub off. So as you can see, when you first apply it, it definitely brightens right away. So you definitely want to blend it out as much as possible, but once it sets on the skin, I feel like it kind of goes along with the color of your complexion. So like I mentioned, this does have 0.4 ounces of product, but it does say that you need very little product. So I would say you're gonna take a long time to go through this, because there's a lot of product in here and we're still working on the product in here, and I didn't even use that much. I usually set my concealers, but I figured that because this is more like of an eye treatment, like of a moisturizer type of consistency, almost like a tinted moisturizer for the under eyes, I figured it would be so light that you don't need to go ahead and set it with powder. And I feel like that defeats the purpose of the product. If I'm trying a concealer, then I'm gonna go ahead and be like, okay, set it with the powder. But with this, I would expect it to be a little bit more lightweight, that it wouldn't need that. Now, that's not me saying that it's not lightweight at all, because I do feel like this is more of a lightweight product. It feels really nice on the skin when you touch it, and when you feel it on the eyes, it feels very hydrated. It almost has like that cooling effect, where you're definitely kind of getting that hydration that your eyes need and that moisture. So I feel like as I was applying it, it felt like something that I would want to use in the morning, something that would be really good to just make sure that my under eyes felt awake and ready to go, and depuff any puffiness that may have in my under eyes. But I do feel like the product is just kind of clinging on to some areas of my under eye. Now, the reason I didn't go ahead and use a sponge right away was because I feel like the sponge being damp would take a little too much away from the product, which is not something that I would like. But I do have to say, if I had to compare it to a concealer that some of you guys may know, is I feel like it has a similar consistency to the Laura Mercier concealer, where it's kind of more like that wet feeling, that like nice, like hydrating, soothing effect. So I would compare it to this, because that's the type of consistency it has. But you definitely get lighter coverage with this. You need a little tiny bit more for you to really see those results and for you to start to see it brighten. But I definitely do think it brightens my under eye. If you suffer from a lot of creasing, you may either want to set, or you may want to pass on this. But then again, with concealers, you have to set if you do have a lot of creasing, or else it's going to crease anyway. But I just think it's your preference. But I do feel like for everyday use, and just using this either with a tinted moisturizer like I'm wearing right now, or just on your bare skin, I think it would be really good, because I feel like it definitely gives you that nice hydrated, that nice evened out, that nice like bright effect. I feel like the price point, $48, isn't too bad. If you think about it, Tatcha is a super expensive brand, so they could charge way more for this. And I do feel like usually for an eye cream, something that has to do with the eyes always is between that like $35 to like $100 price range. So I think 48 is right in between. But like I mentioned, this isn't supposed to be by any means a concealer. That's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to more so focus on the skin and having your skin look beautiful through the day, and really minimizing the imperfections that you want to minimize, as opposed to covering it up and creating something completely different and new. So this is definitely for the everyday girl, the girl in college who's not getting too much sleep because you're in the middle of finals or you're like cramming all these projects, or even like my high school girls, moms, people that go to work. This is for you, for like everyday use where you want something quick and easy. And also the ingredients are great. So let's look at the ingredients actually. So it says here that it has a Kuya pearl, which helps improve the under eye darkness. It has silk powder, which visibly smooths the fine lines and wrinkles. I do have to say that for the silk powder, I feel like maybe that's why it's getting a little tiny bit dry in some areas. I feel like now it looks better, but in some areas it was looking a little tiny bit dry. So maybe it was because of the powder, but it's supposed to smooth the fine lines and the wrinkles. And I feel like it could do a better job of doing that. And then the last thing it says that it's anti-aging hydration, which delivers a plump, refreshed appearance. Okay, this is formulated without parabens, synthetic fragrances, mineral oil, sulfate detergents, and DEA or T. And then it says dermatologist tested, non-irritating, non-sensitizing. Now I do have to say that I'm one of those people that, especially my under eyes and my skin, like I know when something's gonna irritate me, and this isn't doing that at all. The only thing from Tatcha that has irritated me is the Luminous Dewy Setting Spray or whatever that is. I spray that and within minutes I was like, I'm breaking out in some weird situations. So that was the only Tatcha thing that I've tried that hasn't worked out for me, but I've been a really big fan of all Tatcha things. So I do have to say that I think this is worth trying. I do want to go ahead and actually try it also whenever I'm not wearing makeup. So expect from me very soon a no makeup look, like a true no makeup look, like maybe just a little bit of concealer, some mascara, maybe my brows. But I really want to do something more natural so I can really show you guys some tips and tricks for when you don't want to do anything that's more than 10 minutes long and you kind of really want to take care of your skin. And you guys know that lately I've been really into taking care of the skin before you go into the whole process of makeup, because I feel like makeup is so fun, but let's all be honest, makeup will not look good on you unless your skin is taken care of and your skin looks good. So this concludes the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. It was very short and sweet. It was kind of my first impressions more so than like a full-blown worth the buy or not video. I mean, you got my thoughts and everything, but I think that this is one of those things that you kind of like need to test out and get your first impressions on it, and that's what I really wanted to test out. Plus, I haven't seen many people talk about it, so I was like, I want to talk about this because I feel like it's super new in the market, and it's something that I feel like a lot of people would benefit knowing a little bit more information on it, just because I feel like there's so many people that need something for every day, something that's gonna be easy and quick, and I feel like this is exactly what it's bringing to the table. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you guys are interested in seeing more first impression videos on certain products, let me know and I will go ahead and do that for you guys. And if you guys have tried this new eye treatment by Tatcha, then please go ahead and let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what you think of it. And if you guys want to continue watching my videos, then please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to hit that notification bell above so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.